Welcome to 189 Media, where we just don't give a shit. Today we will be doing a short, spoiler-free, review for Shin Godzilla, also known as Shin Gojira, also known as Godzilla Resurgence, also known as Godzilla 2016, also known as Godzilla Hates Your Mother. Anyway, I'm going to do something a little different, and give you my score for the film right off the bat. My score for the film is a solid 8 out of 10. I will be watching the film again, and maybe even a third time. However, I will tell you this, I literally want to go and watch it again right this second, because it is an awesome spectacle. So you are probably wondering why I gave the film an 8 out of 10, as opposed to a 10 or 11 out of 10. There are two reasons why. In other words, two things I didn't like about the film, but I'll get it to them later. Let me just do a quick spoiler-free summary of the film first. Basically, the movie is about Godzilla coming out of Tokyo Bay for the first time ever, and Japan needing to deal with him. Godzilla is what you would call a changing problem, and Japan deals with him in stages, and uses a team of highly skilled people to cover all angles, dot the I's, cross the T's, and all that kind of shit. This film is simply human versus Godzilla, without anything crazy, or unrealistic, or futuristic. Godzilla on the other hand is a freaking unstoppable super beast, and almost alien-like. You might not like some of the crazy shit Godzilla does in this film, if you are a super traditional Godzilla fan, but I had a ball. There is this one scene in the middle of the film, that takes place at night, where Godzilla does his atomic breath, and some other shit, for the first time, and wow. Just wow. That one scene is worth the price of admission alone. Moving on. There are two things I did not like about the film. The first is a minor complaint. The film did not show any human casualties. One of the best parts about Gojira in 1954 was seeing all the humans suffering from radiation poisoning during the aftermath of Godzilla's attack. Seeing the Japanese people traumatized, suffering, and really believing this is the end of the world really hits you like a Mack truck to the face. However, we didn't get to see anything like that in Shin Godzilla, and I think it hurts the film a little. Just to be fair, I believe Gojira in 1954 is the only Godzilla movie that does anything like that, so I can't fault this movie too much. But do not get me wrong, the horror of nuclear technology is front and center in this movie. Unlike Godzilla 2014, they discuss nukes, they talk about it until the cows come home, and debate the hell out of it, with very compelling dialogue, and emotional performances by key characters. Whatever, you get my point. Now let me talk about the elephant in the room. The freaking Titanic of this movie. The freaking Hiroshima of this movie. This bitch. She almost single-handedly killed the movie for me. I got so sick of her, that I literally forgot to read some of the subtitles during one of her scenes, because I was thinking to myself, how much I hate this chick for taking a gigantic dump on this movie. She must be the girlfriend of one of the directors, or higher-level producers, or something, because her acting isn't only the definition of cringeworthy, but she is just a freaking pointless character. She is the Jar Jar Binks of this movie. Funk it, I am officially promoting her to the Jar Jar Binks of the Godzilla cinematic universe. And it isn't even her painfully bad English dialogue I'm talking about. It was everything about her. The best way I can describe what she did to this movie is like this. Imagine, if you will, you are at a high-priced Japanese restaurant, eating some of the best sushi you have ever had in your life. And then, for no reason at all, the waiter opens an expired gallon of milk, and starts pouring that shit all over your sushi. That is exactly what this actress did to Shin Gojira. You hate her after her introduction. People literally laughed at how pathetic her character was. Then it stopped being funny after they kept bringing her back, because she just pisses you off. So many of her scenes are pointless, and have no reason to be in the movie than to guarantee her a certain amount of screen time. For whatever reason, this was a serious movie. However, her character plays like someone who should be in a film about finding a date to the wedding of her best friend's dog, or about dating her boss, or about shopping for shoes for her first day being a new mother while wondering if her husband is going to buy her the new iPhone 7. You get what I'm saying. Whatever, I'm over it. This chick did an excellent job in the film, and had a legitimate reason to be in the movie. She was also a freaking badass, I wish we got to see more of her in the movie, but I'm not going to spoil anything. This chick, I'm not going to lie to you, I was a little worried about her, because when we are first introduced to her, she comes off as a Mary Sue. In other words, like Rey from The Force Awakens, everything she does is a little too perfect, and you get the impression the film is setting her up to single-handedly destroy Godzilla and save the world. Thankfully, that is not the case, and she ends up being just a very valuable member of the team, and not a fix-it-all plot device. This guy's performance is solid as hell. His acting and performance rivals that of some of the actors in the 1954 Gojira film, and the Prime Minister dude in Godzilla 1984, and that one rich corporate war dude in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. If you are a fan of Godzilla, you would be crazy not to see Shin Godzilla on the big screen while you have the chance. The showing I went to was sold out, and everyone clapped at the end. I wouldn't be surprised if Shin Godzilla cracks into the top 10 grossing movies this weekend. I know I am going to watch it at least 2 more times, because the action is great, the special effects are seriously Hollywood-level shit. Godzilla never looks silly, or goofy, or robotic. When it comes to Godzilla's design and consistency, all hats off to the directors. During the final battle, there is a scene where Godzilla falls down a little too quickly. However, other than that, no complaints from me. The acting, as you know from my review, is a mixed bag thanks to Jar Jar here. However, there is hope for the future of this film. I read an article recently, which states that the Blu-ray release of this film will have an English dub, and hopefully they dub the hell out of what's her name, and make this a perfect Godzilla film. The plot for the film is logical, without any gaps. The film does drag just a little before the final act. However, considering all the positive things about the movie, you are not going to notice it much. We get to see a lot of Godzilla. I did not stay to watch the end credits, but according to Pedro Mendes, there is no after-credit scene, or anything like that, so you do not need to hang around until the movie is over, unless you know how to read Japanese and want a lot of practice doing so. Like I said before, I'm ranking this sucker an 8 out of 10, but my ranking could change after I see it again, and if my thoughts about the film do change upon repeat viewing, I will make another review, with spoilers. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the movie. Did you like it, love it, hate it, whatever? This concludes my review for Shin Gojira. Remember to rate, comment and subscribe. Over and out. Blue, you're my boy!